I I'm fully aware of how much dog crap we are.
Bing
We got an
bong.
MVP that can't hit. We got a bullpen that can't pitch. I'm tired of it.
Kevin, my goodness, you're so angry on this morning.
Where's Albert Pujols been all year?
Guys, come on.
Let's do
We're
more
not a
Doug
sports
impressions, please.
podcast,
No one else
guys.
knows what we're doing, but I love it.
We're not a sports podcast. You talk about sports on your own time. We're working. We just clocked in. We're at work. All right. Bing bong. Welcome to the
What
CineBoiz
does
podcast.
Tom's mug say? That's a good question.
Yeah, what does your mug
It's
say?
love, but the O is the state of Missouri.
Oh, that's cute. We got a lot of Missouri.
I'm done today. I'm good.
A lot
See
of
ya.
Missouri stuff being represented today. I got my Mizzou sweater on. I got my
Mob's
KC
doing
hat
my-
on.
Mob's doing the thing I hated so much in college, but now I am what I hated.
You are what you
Cardinals
hate. You are.
Chiefs fan. I
Well,
hate
you
it.
know, that's what happens when
I mean, we have an excuse, obviously.
a rich person takes your beloved franchise away from your
Just
city and
rips into
just-
your chest and
and
rips
just,
that
like,
heart out.
like not just does he take the thing you love from your beloved city, but
Takes
he
a
then
dump on
just
it.
takes a massive pile of crap and shoves it on top of your city, and then you marry someone from Kansas City, so it just seems right to root
Yeah.
for something that they like as well, since they also don't like the same baseball team as you and like their biggest rival. So
I would say your wife is a paradox as well. A Chiefs, Cubs, Blackhawks fan. Yuck.
Interesting.
yeah, that's what happens when her parents are from Chicago
There you go.
and
guys,
the Bears suck.
Welcome to the CineBoiz podcast, part of the Cork Bats Podcast Network. If you don't know what Cork Bats is, be sure to follow them on social media. Cork Bats is a sports website. We are not.
Yeah,
a
you'll
sports
get a lot of
podcast.
what we
Yeah,
just did.
exactly. Follow them on social media at Cork Bats on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. You can also follow Cork Bats on YouTube, which is youtube.com/corkbats. And you can also visit corkbats.com, our website. Check it out. We are CineBoiz, the movie, TV, gaming branch of Cork Bats, and you can follow us here on Twitch to watch us live every once in a while. And you can also keep up with us on social media at CineBoiz on Twitter and Instagram. You can also join our Discord, and the link for that is below. Special episode for you guys today. You excited?
Yes.
We're going to do something we've been meaning to do for weeks now. And we're going to do another tier list. I know Tom is excited.
Very.
Yeah. 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 We got Kay in the chat, of course. Kay, good to see you. My mom's in the chat. Good to see you.
I refuse to focus.
So today is a very special tier list, and it was one that was suggested to us by our loyal moderator, Kay. And we're going to do a little Kids on Bikes tier ranking list. So what we have here is a list of movies that fall into the Kids on Bikes genre. So Kay has a letterboxed category for Kids on Bikes. So we used all the ones that she put on there. And we also added a few. So there's not a ton compared to the other tier lists that we've done so far. But I feel like there's a lot more quality. It's quality
Okay,
over quantity this week.
what's your letterbox username?
My
wanna follow
letterbox
you.
username?
Mine is butt soup. Apparently.
Are you asking Kay what hers is or mine?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't care about you.
It's
I wanna
K
know what
Mings,
K's
bro.
is. K
Kevin,
Mings.
butt soup to Keith.
Is that what it is?
Oh, hey,
I don't know what it is.
speaking of butt soup, just a little aside.
Yeah,
Dan
yeah, yeah.
Harmon said that he doesn't see the Community movie happening without Donald Glover, which is the best news I've heard.
You heard it.
Only-
You heard it here
Mhm.
first.
I mean, I don't know how they could do that and have it be good.
Well, they did a whole season without him, so
and it wasn't good.
yeah,
It was bad. It actually wasn't as bad as
It wasn't-
people think
it's
it was.
fine.
Right. It's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
It's
my
just
point's
fine.
been proven.
yeah. There you go.
All right, Tom.
On his high horse, feeling
And
justified.
I didn't even
And-
watch the last 2-ish seasons of that show.
And I feel like Troy loves kids on bikes movies. So
Yeah.
perfect
So
for this episode.
if you're sitting there in the chat and you're wondering what does that mean, what is a kids on bikes movie? Well, it's pretty simple. Just think of all the movies that you loved growing up where kids are riding on bikes.
Mm-hmm.
And then it falls into the category. And if you feel like we missed here, let us know. Like, you can blame us. You can get mad. We really want you to show up in the chat and voice your opinion. That's really important to us.
I feel like we are kind of missing like one of the more preeminent kids on bikes movies, E.T.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like
should
that's
be
kind of
in
like the
there.
standard bearer.
Oh no, I didn't put it in there, did I?
I should probably open the tier list.
Shoot. Dude, we gotta fix that.
That's tough.
I don't know if I can go in and fix it at this point.
It's okay. I think we all know where
Yes,
we're
We
Kay,
putting
can
you are right.
all
ET is on
say
Kay's list. Just so there's no confusion here.
Radical.
This is my fault. I screwed up.
Classic Kenny.
But you're
Am I
right, Tom. Gosh dang it. Hang on. Let me see if I can go in and fix it. What do you guys want to talk about while I try to do this?
Shoot.
And what's with Ollie Marmol and his managing?
Oh my
Like-
gosh, Ollie Marmol, what are you
Not a sports
doing,
podcast.
dude?
What's he doing?
Why'd you take out Q in the sixth inning? He was cruising.
Oh boy.
Why'd he take out? Why'd he bring in Halsey for the save? The dude couldn't feel his finger.
He couldn't feel his finger, and you said, let's go get 5 outs. He's a closer. I remember back in my day when closers were only tasked to get 3 outs.
Closers can't close anymore.
ABC, always be closing.
All right, fellas. Well, here's the bad news. I don't think I can do this in a way that would be quick while we're live. So
And you really
ET's
just
not
don't
going to
want
be
us
on here.
yelling about baseball
Now,
anymore.
ET, we all can agree. I think
Is radical.
Radical.
Yeah.
It goes in the radical tier. So just
Every time
imagine.
I hear ET, though, I think of that tweet that says, "If me and my friends discovered ET, we would have killed him with a hammer."
Yeah. 100%. What is this
Would have killed
thing?
him with hammers.
So for those who looks like my mom mentioned ET in the chat, and those guys who caught that for me, many apologies. ET is in the radical tier. So let me go through the tiers with you real quick. Pretty simple. We got radical, which is above and beyond, better than anything else. We got
great call from Trav, by the way, in the chat.
Trav says, I went to see Super 8 on the last day of 8th grade, and we were supposed to go with a big group of friends, and everyone ditched us except for me and this one girl. I think back on it occasionally and laugh because I didn't think to share my popcorn or anything. Just sat there nervously. Good movie, though, from what I remember. Good story, Trav.
Love it. That's a classic
Everyone's
8th
first
grade
date story.
Trav
Yeah.
saw Super 8 at the end of 8th grade. Makes me feel old.
Yeah, me too.
I wasn't going to say anything.
I was a full-grown
A
adult.
little bit.
Oh man. So yeah, just imagine we put ET in the radical tier. So radical, obviously really good. Then we have very good. We have okay. Then there's bad, and then there's no opinion. So these will be movies that most of us probably haven't seen. So we did add all the ones except ET that Kay had put. We also added a few of our own that we think fall into the category. So we think we got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 23, 24, 25, around there to go through. So it shouldn't take us too long. And then, if you're in the chat and you have an opinion, please be vocal. Let us know if we screw up. I mean, it's cool if you let us know that, like, yeah, I agree. But we really prefer it if, you're upset because that makes for great content. Yeah. So I guess we'll just do it the way we usually do it and just kind of go around and pick a movie and we'll add it. And I think we should start with, how about Kevin? Kevin, we're starting with you.
Oh, yeah.
Call to
let's do
attention,
Super
young
8.
man.
Let's do Super 8.
Super 8. All right. What do you guys think?
Radical.
I agree.
I love it.
Radical?
Yes.
Oh, Kenny.
We're going to start off on this note where I don't know if I would put it in radical. I would definitely put it in very good.
I think I'm with Kenny.
Yeah. Radical is like...
Honestly,
really liked it.
and my reasoning is you're looking at these movies, you're going to have to draw the line at some point because I think a lot of them are radical.
The lines are dumb.
Kay
Honestly,
says also,
I feel like there's maybe 2 more that I would consider radical.
Yeah. Kay says love Super 8, and she also says I think I would put it in very good. So...
I think we're outvoted here, Tom. But
All right, whatever.
yeah. You know what? I haven't seen Super 8 in a really long time. And I didn't really know what I was seeing when I went to go see it. And I think it just really surpassed any expectations I had. So I can see that I'm maybe a little biased in this. So I would accept very good.
Okay. So
But I
Super
don't
8,
like
very
it.
good.
Don't
All right.
like it.
We're moving along. Hey, Ma,
Don't
why don't you
like
pick
it.
a movie this time?
Napoleon Dynamite.
Napoleon Dynamite.
I
I have very fond
love
memories.
Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah,
Still.
That Napoleon Dynamite was very much for us, like,
Mhm.
in high school, like,
2004.
yeah, very, like, very much part of the cultural zeitgeist of the
Your
time.
mom goes to college.
I'll
Yeah.
never forget the first time I watched it. I think everybody can probably remember. My friend was like, "Have you heard of this Napoleon Dynamite?"
Yeah,
And
I was
like,
in a
"No."
friend's basement.
Yeah, same. And then we watched it, and it was one of the best nights of my life.
Mhm.
Yeah, truly unique movie.
My mom bought me a Vote for Pedro T-shirt for Christmas.
I had
I
a
thought
Vote
it
for
was
Pedro t-shirt.
amazing.
Raise your hand if you had a Vote for Pedro t-shirt.
Just me.
I actually did not.
I didn't.
My mom says radical all the way.
I think this is one of the movies where like I saw it in a friend's basement and I came home and told my parents how awesome it was.
Mhm.
And so I watched it with my dad, and then my dad was like,
What is this?
our son's in trouble.
Yeah, I don't know where to put it. I want to say radical,
I would say
but
the test of time probably very good.
yeah, I think you're probably.
I think if
very
we
good.
watched it today, we'd be like, not as funny as I remember,
Right.
because it just can't live up to that. But
Yeah. Kay says,
But Uncle Rico.
Uncle Rico, man.
yeah. No,
Uncle
Kay says
Rico.
Napoleon Dynamite is not a movie for me personally, but I respect it. How cordial.
Ooh, I
and then-
like what Trav says.
Yeah.
Hot
Well,
Rod
okay.
maybe
So
should
I was
be
just
a-
going to bring that up. So Trav in the chat saying, "Wait, Hot Rod is a kids on bike movie, right?"
Yeah.
So I
you're
had
right.
it. I had it
young
on there.
adults on bikes.
Yeah, that was the thing. He's like, I had it on there, had it on the list, and I sat there for a good 3 minutes thinking about it. And I decided not to put it on just because, yes, it is like a movie where very much bikes are involved, but everyone in that
They're
movie
adults.
is an adult.
They're
Even though they
adults.
So
don't
good.
act
They're
like an
adults
adult.
living at home.
Yeah.
They're adults acting like children.
Yes, they're adults who are children, essentially.
Pools are great.
But that
for
movie's
holding
radical,
water.
and I will
Yes,
fight
we would,
anyone.
we would definitely
Oh,
put
absolutely
that. If we
radical.
had it on here, it would be either radical or very good. And I think,
I think
we
it's
would
got
win
my
too.
favorite throwaway line in any movie ever, and it's just Bill Hader.
Pools are
going,
great for
man,
holding water."
pools are great for holding water.
Water, man.
It's honestly probably my favorite comedy movie of all time.
Wow.
It's great.
That's a big statement.
All
Trav
right.
says Hot Rod tier above radical.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
so
Hot
Travis
Rod
is
is.
my guy.
I would agree with
I
that.
think there's a Hot Rod tier, and it's just Hot Rod.
Yeah,
Up top.
We'll say that there's a tier above radical, and we put ET and Hot Rod in there. You just can't
Yeah.
see
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
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 Oh man, I can't
So
believe
good
I
they've
forgot
ascended
ET.
off the list.
All right,
So where are we putting Napoleon Dynamite?
we put.
I think
it
very good.
very good.
Okay.
Yes.
I think
I
if
agree
we
with
all
that.
went back and watch it right now, we'd be like, funny,
Yeah.
not as groundbreaking as
Not
we
my
maybe
favorite movie
initially
anymore.
thought.
Trav
Uncle
says.
Rico would be funny.
Trav says
LaFonda,
Hot Rod is
always
his
funny.
favorite movie of all time.
Yes.
You're in the right
Ooh.
spot, Trav. We love Hot Rod.
We love Hot Rod.
All right. Well, Tom, why don't you pick something?
I've been drinking green tea all GD day.
You won't bring the demons out of me.
I'm gonna do something a little controversial.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick Goonies.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it
my
in just
favorite
okay.
Kansas City
What?
defensive end. Goonies. What'd you say?
He said
Just
okay.
okay.
Wow.
I don't
Sorry.
agree.
That got me off guard. Tom, I thought you'd be a big Goonies guy.
Yeah.
You know, everybody thinks that, but I never saw the Goonies until like high school, and by that point, I
Oh.
was just kind of like, I don't really see that much appeal to it.
Yeah.
Kay in
And
the
so I
chat.
just-
Kay's not going to be happy about
Yeah,
this.
she's I've just
Oh,
been
yeah,
kinda
there we go.
over it.
We got beef.
She
Yeah.
says Goonies radical. Goonies is goat. Tom, we have beef now.
You know,
I
I haven't
disagree.
seen the Goonies in probably 15 years. So
I would
been a
put it
while.
in radical.
If
Like
now,
it's-
if I had grown up watching it, I'd
So would
probably
I.
have a much different tune, but I didn't.
Mob, you'll be the
I just-
deciding vote here because Kenyon, I think, radical as well.
Um.
I think you're going to say very good.
Yeah, I would put it. It's better than okay. I'd put it in probably very good.
So with that averaging, it would probably have to go in very good.
I think so.
That's dumb.
Unfortunately.
Does
Like,
it?
Boy, is anything going to get
Fine.
radical? Shoot.
Well, they're just Two did. They're just not.
Two
on
have
the list.
ascended into God tier, basically, of what we
Gosh.
decided.
I feel so dumb that I didn't put ET in there.
I'm really loving that Trav has a specific memory of each movie and keep sharing.
Oh,
them. I'm really
Trav.
into him.
Trav in the chat saying I watched the Goonies for
Oh!
the first time like 2 months ago and I thought it kind of sucked. Those kids are so insanely annoying. It drove me insane.
I mean, you do
Oh,
have
man.
to watch it when you're in like 5th grade or 6th grade to really get the full experience.
Yeah,
I feel like.
I mean,
You gotta be
it's,
the same.
the
age as
movie's
kids.
40 years old now, so
Is it really?
yeah,
Yeah.
it came out a long time ago. 40,
Also-
a little under 40, I think.
Also, I'm just in the stage of my life where like I watch a bunch of football and George Karlaftis is the thing to me. Like that's all I've got with the Goonies.
Fair.
meet you at the quarterback. Except I won't because I just have a high motor. Anyway.
Fair enough.
Anyway.
Kay saying kids with annoying personalities is the driving force behind the kids on bikes genre.
But there's a
Yeah.
nice balance you got to reach.
She's not wrong about that, to be honest.
Like, I'm not annoyed by any of the Stranger Things cast.
Fair.
But
Well, here's what I'll say.
I am.
Whenever I think of
clear.
this genre, like Kids on Bikes, like the two movies to me that are like outstanding, kind of the pillars of like the entire rest of it are E.T. and The Goonies. So, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm not mad.
Here's what I'll say about it. I would
I'm
call
not
it
mad either.
very good. I understand why it would be in radical though. If that makes you bump it up at all. Like I don't have a strong feeling.
We're not going to bump it up. We should, but we're not going to.
Yeah,
because
Kenny,
that's
we
just
should,
not
but
right.
the integrity of the list needs to remain
Exactly.
intact.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to pick a
Sorry,
movie.
Kay. We're on
Actually,
the same page, but
I'm going to pick a TV show first. It's actually the only TV
that
show we have on here, and it's Stranger Things.
yeah, I mean, radical, yeah.
I'm gonna say Radical.
I'm going to say Radical.
Yeah.
There we go.
The music
100%.
alone,
Yeah.
radical.
Mm-hmm.
Give me, if I could be a kid in any age, it would be the 80s riding my bike down the street,
Yep.
obviously.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah,
Just
Case is
riding your
Radical.
terrible Schwinn banana-seated bike, the handlebars that.
That seems
Just-
so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Going to a friend's house, leaving it in the front yard. Give me all that.
Yeah.
Playing D&D in the basement.
Kevin, pick another movie.
Let's do Jumanji.
Jumanji.
Nice.
I put this on there, and I really had to think about it. Is there any part of the movie where there's kids on bikes?
The beginning, when he's a kid.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. Right at the very beginning.
This isn't going to be popular, but I'm going to say okay.
I think that's fine.
I think that's fine also.
Yeah, I would put it
Jumanji-
very good just from my like
Nostalgia.
memories and nostalgia of watching it over and over again on TBS while drinking Mountain Dew.
But I don't think it's as good as the Goonies or Super 8.
Yeah.
Agreed.
so-
Agreed. I think
think
with
that's
how
the
we're
line.
tiering it.
As creator of the genre, Kay says bikes are encouraged but not required for this genre. So
Interesting.
it just has
Wait,
to
what?
have the vibe. It doesn't have to have
okay.
necessarily bikes, but it has to have the vibe
I
of
love
a kids
that.
on bikes.
We
movie.
also
I
we
love
didn't put
that.
Angels in the Outfield in here, which I specifically requested last time, but that's fine. Whatever. They're riding bikes everywhere.
That's more of a sports movie.
But
With kids on bikes.
the whole thing is they're riding bikes.
Then
with
why
the
is Sandlot
kids.
in here? Kenneth.
Ah,
You're right.
Ah.
You got me. But like,
but we have small
But Sandlot
soldiers.
is a kids on
I
bikes
feel
movie.
like Angels in the Outfield. It just doesn't feel like that type of movie to me. And
You're wrong there.
I could be wrong, but like,
When's the last time you watched it?
I'm with Kenny. I feel like traditionally this kind of movie needs like more of like a mystery element to it.
I think the thing
I'll
is
kill you.
with
I'll kill you
this
both.
with this movie. I feel like it's more like with Angels in the Outfield. It feels more of like a kids interacting with adults kind of movie. I
Yeah.
don't know. It just didn't. To me, it doesn't fit the genre.
I'm with you.
And I'm okay with being wrong.
I've realized since the Cardinals have started their playoff run, I've threatened to kill a lot of people in the last 48 hours.
Yeah, but some of it's been warranted.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll kill you.
my mom says I had one of those banana seat bikes. Had streamers coming off the end of the handlebars. Nice.
Just sounds so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I don't want to sit on a banana.
Yeah. And then Kay also says Adventures in Babysitting is kids on bikes, but there are no bikes. So let's do that one next. Adventures in Babysitting.
Oh, interesting.
I do love this movie.
Me too.
I would put it in the okay tier.
I would flirt with very good, but I think I'd be all right with okay.
I can live with that.
I just don't think. Again, I don't think it's as good as Super 8 or Goonies or even Napoleon Dynamite.
I mean,
think
yeah,
you
given
got to
the
start thinking
choice.
about what
No.
movies they're sharing the tier with, and I don't think it quite cracks that. But
I have no opinion. I've never seen it.
Kay
So
says very good. Mob has no opinion. I'm okay
See,
with
this-
very good or okay. And I
This for
feel
me
like
is one
okay
of
probably
those
where it's gonna
examples
go.
where like I did grow up watching this, and so it's definitely a nostalgia thing. But
Yeah.
I can put it in the okay.
yeah, I saw it once as a kid and then never again. So
Yeah, Kay says
kind of with Mob, I have less of an opinion.
Kay's saying she's biased because it's a childhood movie, so we get that. So yeah,
This
we'll,
is a
we'll put
very
it in
biased
okay.
list. This whole list is biased,
Yeah.
basically.
Mob, pick a movie now.
Sandlot.
Sandlot.
Radical for me, but
Yeah.
Kenny, I feel like it's going to take a dump on this. I'm going to be mad.
I'd
about
put.
it.
say
I'd,
Radical.
I'd say Radical, honestly.
Okay, good. We can
Yeah.
avoid a fight.
Yeah, I'm with you on it. It's very much like peak kids on bikes.
Now, I will say about Sandlot, there's no way you can play baseball by firework light. Just impossible.
That's fair.
Tried it, didn't work out.
I did try it. It was a big failure as a child.
A lot of kids getting hit in the face with balls.
Yeah, a lot of just Was that a ball or strike? I don't know. I couldn't see it. No one knows.
If you're gonna play by firework, it's got to be off a tee. And then good luck
And
if you
just
get a
close your eyes
screaming line drive at your chest.
It's gonna hurt.
On the chest.
Everyone's got to wear catcher's uniform.
Yeah. Tom, pick
Padding
a
and all.
movie.
No, okay, let's go with Small Soldiers.
Small Soldiers. This would go in the bad category for me.
Okay.
I never saw it.
I
just
didn't either.
remember seeing previews of it as a kid.
Same. This was one that like I really wanted to see when I was growing up, but because it
My parents said no.
exactly my parents. I think my mom specifically kind of thought it might have been like demonic.
So
I was not
Kenny,
allowed to go see
are
it.
you the only one that's seen it?
No, I've seen
I
it.
saw it when I was
you
a
have?
kid, and I mean, when I was a kid, anything you watch when you're a kid is like awesome.
Awesome.
But as
Right.
I've grown up,
It's not
one
a good movie.
Yeah, no,
No.
it's not like it's
Yeah.
not one that stuck with me. If you watch a movie as a kid and it doesn't stick with you, then that's a bad sign.
It was like to me, it was the trying to be the adult version, like or the teen
Toy
version of Toy
Story.
Story,
Toy Story.
and it just sucked.
Yeah,
I think I saw previews for it in Toy Story, maybe. Like
Well,
on
it
the
was-
VHS.
So it was at that time where like other studios were trying to make Disney type movies. So you had a
Yeah.
Bug's Life and Ants, and
Mhm.
then this was kind of
Ants.
the
Don't
Ants of
Woody Allen.
Toy Story.
get out of here.
So it just wasn't good.
they tried to be edgy. It's just not a great. It's not good execution of.
Yeah,
a
it turns
film.
out edgy Pixar just didn't work out as a
Yeah.
genre.
Mom says, "What movie? Small Soldiers." That's the movie. So we
But
put it.
I also wasn't allowed to see it.
Yeah.
But that meant I just went to a friend's house to watch it. You
It
know?
was for sure on the list of things I wanted to see, but my mom didn't let me see. Yeah, I just had to go to
Same.
my. Everyone had that friend that they're allowed to watch rated R movies at like age 9.
Yeah.
And you could just go to their house and watch it
Yeah.
if you really needed to. Was that your
And
house,
then
Kenny?
No,
Definitely
I was
lied
not allowed
about
to
it
watch
the next
R-rated
day.
movies till I was older. So, yeah.
I
so-
remember one time I was at a sleepover and I was such a little narc that my friend was like, let's watch this PG-13 movie. And I was like, I don't know if I can. And my mom, she might find out and kill me. And so we had to watch something else. And everyone probably hated me. And
My
that's
mom-
when I realized, don't be that guy.
Yeah. My mom put 3
life
question
changed.
marks in the chat. I don't know what your question is. Is it still what movie?
She doesn't
Oh,
remember.
Okay. Yeah. So we put it in the bad tier. I'm going to pick a movie. I'm going to pick Mac and Me, which is
Okay,
definitely.
has anyone actually seen it?
I
or
have
just
seen
seen
it.
No,
it
I've just
that
I have
seen
seen
the
it.
clip.
Yeah.
I've just
Based on
seen
the clip and the history
It
behind
looks-
the clip, I'm going radical.
I'm gonna say bad because it just looks bad.
Oh, it's terrible.
I mean, it's gotta be bad.
It's horrid.
right?
So it is a blatant ET knockoff, and the makeup and like animatronics are so disturbing. Like it'll give you nightmares. It's so bad.
Did
Not,
we
not that
talk about-
ET's a looker, but
Oof.
What's
imagine, yeah.
happening in this picture for it?
So
Like,
if we would have killed ET with hammers, what would we have done to this guy? Like cut his head off?
Punted him. It's such a bad movie.
Punted him? Yeah, I mean,
There's a
punted
if
him
you
off-
watch
off
Mystery
a
Science Theater
quarry cliff
3000,
into-
if you
it's that type of movie.
well, if you've seen the new seasons of Mystery Science Theater 3000 on Netflix, it's one of the movies they do.
Oh,
so
really?
that's how I
Did
saw
we
it.
ever talk about on this podcast how Paul Rudd went on Conan's podcast and did the bit again?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we did.
It's
Yeah.
so
Okay.
funny.
Yeah, it's so great. The audio version of it. All right. Kevin, pick a movie.
Let's do my least favorite one on the list. Let's just get it out of the way. It.
Which it, though? There's 2 its.
The original.
The original.
Ooh.
I'd say okay.
Oh,
It was scary
I'd
as a
say
kid.
bad because it scares me.
I was gonna say very good because it's very good.
It's probably, to be honest, very good, but it scares
Chicken?
me too much. I'm a chicken. Clowns,
So
demon clowns are not my thing.
here's my thing,
Give me a.
and I think we need to discuss it. I think the new one's better.
Yes.
I think
agreed.
it's
So
gotta be
the new one
okay.
has to be at least a minimum of tier above wherever we put this one.
Yes.
Because I personally, I think the new one's radical. I love
agreed.
that movie.
I think it's amazing.
I think I have to remove myself from these conversations because
And I'm not a horror boy, but I thought the new It Part 1 was a fantastic movie.
Oh, it
Yeah.
was so good.
It's very
This
good.
one kind of falls flat, but the
I would
newest
almost
one
say
is
okay for
really
this
good.
one. And even if you wanted to put new It and radical, that'd be fine because I do think there's a gap between them.
Yeah.
It might be
I
sizable.
would probably put this in okay. Because I don't think it's aged very well.
No, it hasn't.
It looks
Well, when
bad.
and that's the thing is when you can come in and redo it and it's just phenomenal. Like
Mhm.
that's why I kind of like.
I would still argue for very good, but I'll live with okay.
Okay. Okay. So we'll put it in
Alright.
okay. So let's do it chapter 1.
Radical.
Radical.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, Bill Hader is very good.
Well, that's it chapter 2.
That's it. Chapter 2.
Oh,
It's not on
gosh.
this list.
Yeah, because
Shoot.
this one's the kids on
This
bikes.
is the kids on
Um,
bikes version. It chapter
All
2 is the
mixed
adult
up in my
version.
mind. It's all scary to me. You guys do what you
I
want.
just went back and watched both chapter 1 and chapter 2 like a month ago, and I was like, man, these are really good. I forgot.
I still
how-
haven't seen chapter 2, and I need to. I just have to. Well, Kate's going to be gone this week at some point, so
There you
maybe I'll
go.
watch it.
It's not. It's really long. It's a lot
Yeah.
longer than the first
It's-
one, and
it's-
I don't
it's
think it's
good.
as good.
No,
Yeah.
it's not. For me, it kind of fell flat towards the end.
Hey,
but-
says
just-
it's not that scary.
I remember
disagree,
being
Kay.
bullied into going to see the first one in the theaters. Like all my friends, we were like, "We're going to hang out tonight," and they were all like, "We're going to see it," and I was like, "Crap."
I was in the same
I don't
boat,
want
and
to.
I wish I hadn't gone.
And then
I wish I had just
I was
said,
like,
"Have
"Well,
some
I've got Movie
backbone."
Pass," so I went and saw it, and I loved it.
It's so good.
Trav in the chat saying, I enjoyed both of the new ones more than I thought I would because I despise horror movies. Never saw the original. Doesn't it end in like a kid orgy in the sewer or something? So here's the thing.
That's in the book.
That's in the book.
Oh, what are we doing here?
It's
I don't think
I
it's in
haven't read it, but I've
any
heard
of
about
the film adaptations.
Stephen King's kind of gross.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's in the book, but it's not in any of the movies. So messed up. Anyways, moving on. I'll pick a movie.
Akira.
Akira. Okay.
I have no opinion.
So
No
this
opinion.
is probably
I
going to
also
go
have
in no
'cause
opinion.
I've never seen it.
I put it in there. It was in one of the lists I saw. And for me, it's like the only anime movie that I really like. I'm not a big anime person. I'm not against it. I've just never really been that into anime. Akira is like the only one where I'm like, I go back and watch it. Like I've seen it multiple times. So I'm okay putting it in no opinion. And the reason why is because I think that my opinion shouldn't be the only one that sways where it goes.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's a
That's
self-aware
That's
man.
fair, yeah.
Although if it were me, I'd put it in very good. We'll just have that on record.
Everyone seems to like it, and
Yeah, I think it is one of those that
if
kind
I
of
were to
has
watch an
broad
anime,
appeal.
it's probably one I would consider.
Yeah.
It's
and watch,
weird,
but
but I love it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I almost went to see it at Ragtag a while back, and I just
It's
couldn't
showing
psych
it
myself up.
Alamo at some point this month. I probably want to go see it, but all right. Kevin, pick a movie.
Stand by Me.
Very good.
You would say very good.
Well, I think it is very good, but I can live with okay.
I would put
Oh,
it in
I think we're on-
radical.
I think we're on different pages. I would say Radical.
Yeah.
Despite
that's fine too. You guys were giving me vibes like you didn't think it was that
no,
good.
it's just very sad.
I'm
So,
sorry that I
it's just
ever gave you that
somber. I was
vibe.
very somber about. It's a somber Radical.
It's very somber.
Mhm.
It's a very sad movie, but it
I
is
mean, it's probably
very good.
it's one of the more classic movies on this list. I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm putting
Mob.
it in
Yeah,
radical.
I love that movie.
Opinions?
Mob, how do
No
you feel?
opinion?
I don't have opinions. I haven't seen it.
You've never seen Stand By Me?
Really?
Well,
I'm sure it's wonderful. So I'm good with Radical.
so put that on the list of things to watch. Well, actually, Kate would like it too. You should watch it with Kate.
She's probably
Yeah,
seen it.
I don't know. I wouldn't say I like it, but it's a solid movie. You know,
Yeah.
just how much can you like?
I think my issue with a lot of these movies is that they're like nostalgia movies and movies that we grew up with, and I just didn't watch a bunch of movies growing up, and so
What were you
unless they were
doing,
like the
reading a
Disney
book?
movies, no, I wasn't doing that
Loser.
either.
he was watching
Playing
the
his
Steve
Game Boy.
Harvey show.
Yeah, I was
Writing
playing
on
Game
Zanga.
Boy
He was
and
just
watching.
sitting-
Yeah,
He was sitting in a chair staring at a wall.
no, I was sitting in a
Steve
chair
Harvey
staring
show.
at a book, not reading it, so that I could get my free Six Flags pass.
Fair.
Bob, you should do
Fair.
a Corkbats blog, or maybe just a reading on the podcast of some of your Zanga.
I don't think those have aged well.
Oh, I would love to have like
maybe
a dramatic.
you edit them
rating
out a little
video.
bit, but the one about Steve Harvey was hilarious. Okay,
I mean,
2
okay,
days
here.
sucked.
Here, yeah, I'll
Came
give
back,
you.
watched
I'll
you-
give you the vibe of my Zanga growing up.
Please do.
Woke up today. That's cool. Got a text from Jay. That was neat.
That was sweet.
Went
Shout out.
went
Jay.
downstairs, watched some Steve Harvey. It was cool. Gonna try to go to the mall later. Maybe someone will text me. I don't like football two-a-days. That's cool. I got a new green belt. It's awesome. I'm gonna go to bed now. Talk to you tomorrow, maybe.
Oh, that's
There's
solid.
your dramatic reading of my 8th grade Zanga.
We should,
And that's
all,
probably word for word.
we should
It's
all
not
do a
far
dramatic
off.
reading of our Zangas if I can
I didn't
ever
have
find
one,
one.
but I wish
I'd never
I
heard of
did.
Zanga until I was in college.
Really?
Really?
I did not have a Zanga. Yeah.
It was like pre-Facebook, pre-MySpace.
You
Oh,
should
and
I
what
didn't
was
even
I
have a
listening to?
MySpace.
What was I listening to while writing that?
That's a good
Probably "Let Me Love You" by Mario.
Nice.
question. Ooh.
So let me
Interesting.
love you.
Nice.
Mm.
Guys, I'm going to pick a
You
movie.
should let me
Yeah, pick one.
love you.
Pick
I'm
one.
going to pick Donnie Darko.
Dork.
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 Are you saying
It is-
dark or dork?
Dork. It is Dork. A dork movie.
Are you gonna see the world or go to SeaWorld?
Fish. Ocean. Oh, shit,
I
that's-
would say
I like this movie.
I do too.
I've only seen it once though.
It's-
I don't know if I'd put it in radical.
No, it's
no.
not
I was thinking
radical.
more of the okay tier.
I would probably put it
Yeah.
in okay. I do like it, but I think it goes in okay. And it technically does fall on kids on bikes because they're high school kids. There's a lot of
Yeah.
riding bikes.
Bike riding. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish we would have put the original Karate Kid in this because he rides a bike a lot and gets his ass beat a bunch.
Again, that was another one that I flirted with, but decided not to put it in there.
They're also like riding
But it would be-
motorcycles.
we
kind
all
of.
know we'd put it in radical. so-
Right,
yeah.
of course. Trav Man says, weird movie. Agreed. It is a weird
Yeah,
movie.
Very
good.
weird.
That's a pretty
I'm-
awesome.
I'm good with
description of that
okay.
movie.
Yeah.
Weird movie.
Kev,
Yeah.
pick a movie, please.
Gremlins.
I do like Gremlins.
I put it very good.
After
Yeah. I like very good.
it's purely nostalgia for me.
Yeah.
It's a
like-
fun movie.
I think very good for nostalgia works for me. If
Yeah.
I watched it right now, I'd probably be like, "What the heck?"
Yeah, I'll put it very good.
That-
We good with that?
Yeah.
Trav Man says, could do a list of movies that you had to look up a YouTube video explaining it after seeing
What's
it.
that number
That'd be a
one
good
movie
one.
for you? I mean, Tenet's
Oh,
got to be up there.
Yeah.
Um,
So it wouldn't even be Tenet because like I was like, what's the point of even trying to look it up?
That's a good point.
yeah.
Back when
I would
I
s-
saw, what's the Amy Adams movie with Jeremy Renner and the aliens coming?
Arrival.
Arrival.
Phenomenal.
We had good debate about that one at Shakespeare's after seeing that. It was
Yeah. I would
Honestly,
put me in
it'd
a
probably be
blender.
like Inception for me
yeah.
because that's
I remember-
one like I actually thought about.
Yeah.
I remember having a pretty good handle on Inception, though. I thought.
Yeah,
It
Inception, I
was
feel
the
like
right
I
amount of
understood.
complexity.
Like it was
Yeah.
the exact right amount of complexity, and that's
Yeah.
why he went way too
Yeah.
far with Tenet. I think we just had this conversation.
Trav says Mulholland Drive. That's a really good one that you need a
Yeah.
YouTube explanation for. I was going to say mine's not a movie, but Westworld. Like I always have to watch YouTube videos after
Yeah.
watching like an episode of that, and it's so confusing.
Each season gets more confusing.
Yeah, it's
The
I'm so lost.
Yeah.
the Denzel movie where he goes back in time with Paula Patton and he's in New Orleans and the bomb
Oh, yeah.
goes off on the boat. Deja vu.
Oh,
Deja
yeah.
vu.
Mom says Eraserhead. Oh, two
Kinda
David Lynch
think.
movies in a row. There
Yeah.
you go.
Uh-huh.
I know there's a movie that I've watched where like I feel like I'm tracking the entire time, then the ending happens and I'm like, what?
What?
And I have to like look it up right away. And
Yeah.
I just can't think of it right now.
That's fair. Tom, pick a
I
movie.
feel that way
Right.
with a bunch of Marvel series and stuff where there's Easter eggs,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I know something happened and people are probably like freaking out about it, but I just don't.
Travis nailed it with Inception. It's for the token at the end.
Yeah.
That's up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's intentionally left up for your
Debate.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, but like still
Like
one
the
of your
overall-
first.
Yeah. The overall movie, though, like I don't feel as. I mean, it's confusing. You can get confused, but I feel like I had a grasp on the.
I will
overall.
say-
it was kind of like that for
I
me.
will say I know this
The
is
book was,
like
anyway.
kind of a we have split thoughts of it on this here podcast, but Joker I looked up right after I saw that.
Mm.
Fair. Tom, pick a movie.
My Girl. I think it's boring.
Never seen it.
I would say no opinion. I've never.
I just
seen
know
it,
that Macaulay Culkin's in it. That's all I know about it.
and apparently it's sad.
Yeah.
I
I
have
didn't much
zero
care
opinion.
for it, but no opinion works great
no
for me.
opinion,
No opinion.
unfortunately. I'm sure someone has an opinion.
All right,
Just
I actually feel fortunate that I don't have an opinion on it.
Ma, pick a movie.
Dope.
Being a woman.
I'd say very good.
I liked Dope. I would say very good as well.
Very much
never
an
saw it.
adult themed movie. Like it's
Yes.
definitely not a movie for kids, but it is about kids on bikes. What's so
I don't think I ever
Steve?
saw it.
I love it. I think it's great. I'd put it
I
in.
think it's very good.
Very good.
I would watch it if you haven't seen it.
Yeah. I would also say
All right.
shout out to Dope for introducing me to Bitcoin because I had no idea what that was until I saw this movie 7 years ago. And now it's the biggest thing in the world.
What if you had invested when you first saw this movie?
Trav says, is that the one where he dies from bee stings or something?
Yeah, it is. My girl.
Oh, yeah.
He dies from bee stings?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a scene. He gets into like a nest or a hive, and he gets swarmed by him, and is super allergic, and then dies.
That's tough.
That's why it's super sad.
That's a bummer.
That's a real bad beat.
Really bad beat.
Kevin, pick a movie.
Beat. Is that Shazam
Name a woman.
I see?
That is Shazam.
Okay, I didn't love Shazam as much as the rest of the world did. I think it's just okay.
I never saw it.
I'd say okay.
Yeah.
It's not
good.
I
bad.
don't care about
And-
DC.
I was watching a preview for Shazam 2 yesterday in the theater, and I was just struck by, like, I've seen all these movies already. Like, I just don't really, do I need to see this one? I've seen all of them. Like,
No,
world
you
is
don't.
threatened. Like, they're going to save it. I don't know. I'm over the formula for
Yeah,
now. I
Kay
need
says
something
Shazam
different.
is okay. I would
Yeah.
agree with Kay. All right, it's okay.
I'm
gonna
at
pick
the
a
point
movie.
where you don't need to see any DC movie.
Yeah,
you're
I think I probably won't see it.
You're probably not going to.
And I'm getting to the point where I don't even need to see all the Marvel movies.
Too much Marvel now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except
I'm feeling
Black
about
Panther.
Wakanda
Marvel how
Forever
I felt
for
about
sure.
Marvel in 2015 after Age of Ultron. Kind of done for a bit.
I'm going to
was
pick a
the
movie.
same. I took a hiatus for a while.
Hey, I'm
I'd
gonna
love
pick
if
a
you
movie.
picked a movie.
Kevin, I'm
I'd
picking
love
a
if you
movie.
did that.
Name
I'd
a
love
woman.
if you picked a movie.
I'm
Name a woman.
picking Rad.
I've never seen it.
Rad.
I
What
put
is
it under-
rad?
I put it under bad. It's called Rad. It's literally like BMX biking from the 80s. It's not
Sounds
good.
kind of awesome though.
I mean, it's definitely worth a watch. It's one of those like, yeah, it's bad, but you should watch it. It's fun. But I'm going to put it in bad.
All right.
Mop, pick a movie.
what? Hold on.
Okay,
What
so
is left even?
we have 3 left. It's The Lost Boys, Now and Then, and Turbo Kid.
I haven't seen any of those.
Yeah, I haven't either. So let's do the
Seen-
Lost Boys.
Yeah.
I'd say okay.
I really like The Lost Boys, but I'll live with okay.
I think the last 2 are probably going to go under no opinion. Although I have
Yeah,
seen
I don't-
Turbo Kid, and it's wild.
I don't know what Turbo Kid is.
It's like it came out like 5-6 years ago. It's like a movie, like a post-apocalyptic movie where the world ended in the 80s. So like everything is like 80s themed, even though it's in the future.
Sounds
Nice.
awesome, actually.
Does sound pretty cool.
Yeah, I loved it. It's pretty,
like something I
pretty
would
violent
enjoy.
though, like very
Ooh,
violent and gory.
Even better.
I'd
I'm
put
Sounds
into
like
that.
what?
I'll
That
put
sounds
it in
like
no
what
opinion.
Ready Player One should have been.
Yeah,
I think I need to see this movie.
you should
Yeah.
see it. I'll put it in no opinion for now, but I do highly recommend it.
I'm gonna say. I mean, what's it? I'm gonna put this in my tickler file to watch later.
Your tickler file?
Yeah, Kevin likes to be tickled. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
My tickler file.
And then Now and Then.
Tickle me later.
Where's
No
your-
opinion.
no opinion. I don't think I've ever seen Now and Then from beginning to
I
end.
don't know what it's about.
In fact,
It
I
looks-
haven't seen it.
It looks boring based on this pick.
It's like a kind of like Stand By Me kind of vibe to it.
Kenny,
Came out in the
just so you
90s.
know, a tickler file is a thing that people say. A tickler file or 43 folder system is a collection of data labeled file folders organized in a way that allows time sensitive documents to be filed. So you probably feel dumb right now.
Cool, nerd. But yeah, that rounds out our Kids on Bikes tier list. What do you guys think? You think we did a good job here?
I think we did.
I think we did
I
all
didn't
right.
see enough of these, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I wish I had seen
I'm
more.
gonna
of them.
save this. Save it.
I think the most controversial pick will be Goonies and Very Good.
Yeah, Goonies is tough. Goonies is
I'll
tough.
save that. Kinds
Deal
on
with it.
bikes. Kinds.
I think that's the most
On bikes.
controversial.
Kinds
I
on
agree.
bikes. I spelled
I
it wrong.
agree.
Kinds on bikes. So yeah, well guys, great job. So we ranked it. It's official. That's the official list. Hope you all enjoy it.
Nice.
Thanks,
we'll,
Kay,
we'll
for
save
the
it
great
to
idea.
Yes,
Great
absolutely.
idea.
Thank you so much, Kay. Great idea. So we'll save this. We'll post it on social media. We'll put a disclaimer. It isn't, or not it. ET should be on here, but we forgot.
But
Radical.
we killed him with a hammer, so he's gone.
Yeah. So, well, guys, everybody in the chat, thank you so much. Kay, Trav, Jonesy Joe. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. So again, if you're live with us now, we're going to take another break and we're going to do one more stream today. But if you're listening to the podcast, thank you so much for listening. Please consider subscribing on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Please subscribe to youtube.com/corkbats and check out the Corkbats YouTube page as well as their corkbats.com, which is our website. And you can follow Corkbats on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Corkbats. And then we are the CineBoiz, part of the Corkbats podcast network. You can follow us on social media, Twitter, Instagram at the CineBoiz. And then you can also, again, follow us wherever you get your podcasts. And then also follow us here on Twitch. So you can watch us stream live when we record our episodes. So, but that's it. Guys, you got anything else you need to get off your chest?
Nah.
Nah?
Did you see that one sports thing of that one time that happened yesterday or tomorrow or whatever?
Yes.
Since this is in the future.
Yes.
Wasn't that crazy?
Remember that thing that happened in the
I can't
past?
believe we got
Person
swept by the Phillies. What
really-
a crazy, dumb thing to happen.
Really got themselves into a pickle.
Yes.
I think it's great that the Chiefs absolutely beat the Raiders by about like 80.
Don't put that in the universe, Kevin.
Dude,
Nah,
we're
it's
gonna
gonna happen.
smash the Raiders, and I'm never positive, but we're gonna kill them. Gonna kill
Anyway.
them.
I think
you
Patrick-
really do want to kill somebody. don't
No,
you?
I think
Knock
Patrick
on wood.
legitimately hates the Raiders.
Okay, I'm done with this conversation.
Like despises.
Because I don't want to go back and listen to this when it comes out on Spotify and be
Dude,
upset.
yeah.
Okay.
That, you know what? I
But
take it
he
back.
despises
It's kind of
them.
it blows the Devontae Adams torch just.
Okay,
for like
we're
5
done. We're done.
touchdowns.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, guys. See you. Bye.
Like
Kenny's actually
Recording